Hello, everyone. This is Professor Monty, and this is another installment of Quick Calculus. Today we're talking about the quotient rule for derivatives. And the quotient rule, say I've got a function q of x, is h of x over L of x. And I'm using h for high and L for low because when I take the derivative, and I'm going to drop those x's on the right side, it's low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and away we go. So I've even got a little saying for that I like to teach my class. There it is. So low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and away we go. So the d, or the primes that I used in my notation, that means we're taking the derivative of that piece. So let's see that this actually does work. So if I start off and say I've got, for example, let's do x to the 8th. So we'll do f of x is x to the 8th over x squared. And I picked something that we could easily simplify. I know this function really, I would subtract those exponents and I get x to the 6th. And the reason I like this because I know the derivative should end up being 6x to the 5th. The problem is I can't always simplify first, so I need a rule to be able to take the derivative. Let's make sure this rule works. And so remember, the quotient rule, low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and away we go. I like to write that down each time just so that I get it in my memory. This one, of course, is the high, and this one's the low. So when I do it, I'm going to say, okay, f prime of x, it's low, x squared, times the derivative of high, 8x to the 7th, minus high, x to the 8th, d low, 2x. Square the bottom, and away we go. And so notice what's happening. Let's simplify all of this. I add those exponents. I'm going to get 8x to the 9th minus 2x to the 9th all over. On the bottom, I multiply the exponents. I get x to the 4th power. And so on the top, the 8 minus 2, these are like terms. That's going to be 6x to the 9th over x to the 4th. And then I can subtract those exponents. This x to the 4th cancels 4 of these, leaves me with 5. And so I end up with a derivative of 6x to the 5th. And remember, that's exactly what we set up here. The derivative was supposed to be. So we see that the quotient rule did work to give us the correct derivative. Let's apply it again to one that we wouldn't be able to simplify first. So let's do as an example, we'll call this one h of x, but let's let this one be x to the 3rd, but the bottom is going to be 4x minus 6. That I can't simplify. I can't break that up anyway or reduce that fraction at all. So again, there's the high, there's the low. And my derivative, my quotient rule, low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and away we go. And remember that last part of that is designed to rhyme away we go with the minus high d low. So those rhyme so that I get the sign correct. If I flip around the top and I put the minus in the wrong order, I'm going to get the wrong sign in my answer. So if you ever do one of these and you get the answers correct except for the sign, you probably just flipped around the top. So let's go ahead and do the derivative. So it's low, 4x minus 6, d high, 3x squared, minus high, x to the 3rd, d low, 4. Square the bottom, and away we go. All right, let's see. I'm going to distribute this. Well, here, first of all, let's show what I just did. So this was low d high minus high d low, and then square the bottom. And away we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and multiply through, make sure that we're getting the right answer. H prime of x, so I'm going to distribute that 3x squared in there. It's going to give me 12x to the 3rd minus 18x squared minus 4x to the third. And then the bottom, here's the nice piece. You never, ever want to distribute that on the bottom. You don't want to FOIL out the bottom because ultimately we're going to set these equal to 0 and solve to find max and min values. And so we want it factored out. So on the top, the 12x to the third minus the 4x to the third gives me an 8x to the third, and then minus 18x squared. And you can factor out the top if you want to. I didn't. I just went ahead and combined like terms. Let's make that 4 look a little bit more like a 4. So anyway, there's my answer. Again, you can factor out the top if you want to. It's not going to reduce. So if we're just trying to find the derivative, we may want to stop there. Your teacher may ask you to factor that out. But that's the entire quotient rule. That's all there is to it. So practice it. You'll get better with it. I do recommend you remember that little jingle. That helps me remember the correct order for the top and what I'm doing there. But anyway, it just takes a little practice, and before long, you'll be getting them all correct. So keep at it. If you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment box if you want to see any other videos that you don't see on my list. Anyway, other than that, best of luck to you. And remember, you can do this.